God's divine favor works in mysterious ways, and especially when you don't expect it. I mean, that's why it's God in the first place. Welcome guys, this is Danny's Stories and intro. Guys, we need to actually study this because we've heard many stories of people who were saved and delivered by God just showing his divine favor. Who wouldn't want to have that in the first place? Today we're going to dig deep into the mysterious nature of God's divine favor, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get to understand it better. Okay loves, so before we go further into this video, I'm gonna share with you a very beautiful, godly, and very, I don't even know the words to say, lovely music I just discovered. I just want to share with you guys. Hopefully I don't get a copyright.
You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the reason I'm standing here. You are the one I call my love. You are the one I call my God. Jehovah is the name above all the names. Jehovah.
Okay. That's enough. So I think the name of the artist that was the main soloist of this song is called Trevor L. I don't know if he called it L or L, I don't know, but he also sang this song with two other artists, and this might just be a blessing to you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. For us to be able to understand this mysterious nature of God, we're gonna have a case study. Case study is a very good way to analyze, process, and understand situations. If you do geography, you will know you sometimes have case studies on particular places, particular rivers. You get to know the velocity of the river, the discharge, how things works around that place. So today we're going to also take that same approach, and we're going to have a case study of a Bible character to discover the divine nature of God's favor. And our case study today is going to be Daniel, which is also part of my name, Daniela. Okay, before I go further into this video, I would love to give kudos to Dove Art for making the thumbnail of my video. I'm going to put the link in the description below of where you could find other gospel artworks by Dove Art. And if you are really meticulous, you would know who Dove Art is. Okay, let's go on. So our case study today is going to be Daniel. Daniel, the one who is smart, the one who interprets dreams, the one who is favored by the king, and the one who was probably thrown into the lion's den. Such a very interesting character, I would say. So let's move into what we're going to study about Daniel today. We're going to start from the beginning of the story of Daniel in the lion's den. So first of all, Daniel, when he immediately knew that he was going to be thrown into the lion's den, what did he do? Praying. Guys, we usually take this for granted. We just wake up, pray, oh God, I'm starting my day, start with me. You just do it freely. But here we see that prayer must have been a medium by which God's favor was granted to him. Stick with me on this video because we are still also going to zoom in into other stuffs that may have helped with this. But we saw that Daniel first started by what? Pray. To make sure I'm not just blabbing, let's look at the Bible scripture that really defends my statement, guys. But I need to really prove to you that this is true. Let's look at Daniel chapter 6 verse 10. And shall we read, my fellow brethren? Just wait a second. I promise you I'm really good at this on a normal day. Daniel, yeah, Daniel chapter 6, verse 10. Okay. Daniel chapter 6 verse 10, and it says, "Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in the chambers towards Jerusalem, he knelt there upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, and he did aforetime." Wow. Take note, the first point we made was prayer. Let's keep digging deeper into this. Okay, now after Daniel prayed and he eventually got caught praying by those people that influenced the king to, sign the decree that people who were praised to other gods should be thrown into the den, blah blah blah. He eventually got caught by them and he was pressured. And what did this interesting character do? Character that has the same namesake as me. He remained loyal. Tell me how this can be easy. It is not easy. He remained loyal to God. So that could also be a clue to how God's divine favor was manifested. Let's check the scripture, and it is from Daniel 6 verse 12. Okay, guys, time me this time around. Let's see how fast I can open it compared to the first one. Okay, Daniel 6 verse 12. Is it verse 12? Yeah, that's right. Okay, it says, "Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast out into the den of lions?" The king answered and said, "The thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persian, which uttereth not." Let's keep going. "Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is one of the children of the captivity of Judah, regarded not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day." Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. See that Daniel remained loyal. As I read, they reported him and they told the king about how he was still praying. To see that Daniel remained loyal, it's just a very hard task to do, and this could be probably why God also showed him his divine favor, because God's favor is not something that happen every single time. It may happen it may happen constantly for some people, but it's not something that would just come freely. There should be something that caused something, just like the third law of physics, third law of motion. Something action leads to opposite and equal reaction, if I'm correct, guys. Okay, but you get what I mean. And that may just be another clue. So the first clue was prayer, and now the second clue is loyalty. Let's move on to the third clue. Our third information that could be spotted in Daniel's story was trust. Daniel's trust for God was so tangible, to the extent that the king was actually trusting in God as well. Imagine somebody that worshiped gods was like, "Oh, I'm scared for Daniel. I just believe his God is going to help him." Let's read this verse, Daniel 6:16, and let's confirm what I'm talking about. No, don't tell me you're timing me again. Okay, guys, I was actually faster than before. Okay, and it said, "Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee." To see that the king was even encouraging Daniel that the God which he served would deliver him. Wow, how much more you who are a believer now? But that's to say that this trust of a thing must have been another reason why God's divine favor was granted to Daniel. And lastly, what we'll be spotting in from Daniel's story is going to be respect for leaders. Now, this may sound strange, like what now? How does that even relate to God's divine favor? Let me tell you this. Let's open to the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 13. Okay, time me on this, guys. Time me on this. And no, wasted so much time. It's New Testament. What am I doing? Old Testament. Nah, 1 Peter chapter 2. Oh yeah. Hope that didn't take too long. 2 verse 13, and it says, "Submit thyself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme." This law was emphasized in the Bible, and this was just in the New Testament. Now, going back to the Old Testament, we can see that Daniel showcased this law. He had respect for the king. To see that the king even had to think about this before commanding the decree to Daniel for him to be thrown to the lion's den. He had to think about this. That is a sign that Daniel must have honored the king. Honoring leaders that are ruling you, even though you don't like the way they rule them, but honoring. And mind you, do not mistake honor for gullibility. You can be gullible and not honor somebody, okay? Okay, guys, with all that being said, that brings me to the end of this video. Tell me, guys, what really stood out for you in this video, and what you think may be the most important attributes that must have even led God to giving Daniel that miracle, that divine favor. I would love to hear your suggestion on the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed editing this and putting this video together. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel to help boost who view my videos and to just help spread my videos. And make sure to like. Please hit the like button. It's right there. Just hit it, please. Subscribe and like my video. I really appreciate it. And make sure you write your suggestion down in the comment below. This is Daniela and I'm signing off. Bye.